Last time on Sakura Spirit.
Are you talking about the luck shrine in the forest? Said every single classmate in the fucking room.
And now.
After school was over, I decided to bet my chances on the little bit of intel I had obtained from my classmates. If my memory served me right, then Arya-senpai was about to be practicing at the dojo today. Of course I knew her. In the end, she was a judo student like me. But for some reason, I heard she declined the invitation to compete in the serious tournaments ever since a certain event happened. Arya-senpai, are you around? While I shouted her name, I parked my bike at the nearby stall and looked around for her. Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Alright, so we have Link in there? Chopping away at pots, probably. Great. Follow the shouts and you find the senpai. I grinned briefly as I saw my senpai seemingly being occupied with the practicing of a series of motions, almost as if she was fighting an imaginary opponent. Perhaps it was a perfect opportunity to get closer to her and surprise her a little. Slowly I snuck over, making sure to make as little noise as possible before I reached with a hand toward her shoulder. Arya! At the touch against her shoulder, Arya-senpai reacted. She grabbed hold of my hand and, with a loud grunt, shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. It was all I could do to brace myself for impact as I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Yeah! No one sneaks up on the great Kunoichi area. Oh, Takabozu. I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry, are you okay? Kunoichi, more like Tasmanian devil. That throw didn't hold a shred of mercy in it. There's no mercy in the ring, Takabozu. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyway, better you learn that lesson now than in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess. You want to do some sparring, right? I actually came here to ask you something, but perhaps a little sparring wouldn't hurt after that. Oh? What do you want to ask? We've got all afternoon for the sparring, and I could do with a bit of a break anyway. Where to start, senpai? You used to take part in big and important matches. Didn't you get nervous before the big moment? Oh yeah, ha! This one time I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until Dad found me and dragged me to the car by my collar. Of course, that was when I was like 8. Well, obviously I can't go and hide for my match, but some friends of mine made this rather silly suggestion to go and pray or something. Honestly, at this point I'd take anything if it calms my nerves a little. Takabozu, you sure about this? You mean the match? Of course I am! I've been practicing judo ever since I could walk. This is my best chance to represent this country, and in the sport I love too. Senpai seemed to think for quite a long time, all the while tapping at the side of her jaw with a finger. Eventually, she snapped her fingers and grabbed hold of me tightly. Alright, I'll tell you the way to the shrine. But it's not just going to be a simple clap your hands together and bob your head. You need to give something to the shrine, something of worth. I guess I'll figure that out by the time we get there. Anyway, thanks senpai, I appreciate it. We? Oh no. Takabozu, I'm not going with you. I've got training to do, myself. Besides, you've got to take this step yourself. I can give you a map, and an easy way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. Ah, you're not tagging along? Guess it'd be my own adventure to undertake. Afraid so, Takabozu. Let me just grab some paper. I'll draw out your map. After Arya returned, I followed the directions the map had given me. Surprisingly enough, it wasn't all that far. The tip to get back if I got lost was a little sketchy. Just look down and you'll be able to see the dojo roof from anywhere on the hill. The forest nearby the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A lone path coiling along the trees, and there was even the river Chikawa's sister had mentioned in the distance. Of course, I decided to stay with Senpai's directions, and after an hour or so I arrived at the shrine. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained. Despite being in the middle of nowhere, it made me wonder if someone secretly lived there. Maybe. Perhaps some secret martial arts master? Already daydreams of a potential hermit having hidden themselves in the shrine to prepare themselves for an upcoming clash between good and evil start to dwell in my mind. One could only hope. And yet nobody is around. I sighed in annoyance at the fact that the shrine grounds seemed to be entirely abandoned. It was mysterious how the building seemed well maintained, but for the time being I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. I'm sure people come by and clean it up every once in a while, right? Just for, you know, just for being nice. It's gotta be someone's job. It's fine. It took only a few moments before I gathered the courage to enter the temple itself, and inside found a rather fancy-looking shrine of sorts at the back of the hall. It's kinda nice in here. Guess that's the shrine everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded up the map I was given and, after putting it inside my bag, approached the shrine. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I didn't hold too much confidence in the idea of some shrine granting me the luck I would need to win this match. In fact, I don't really think luck is going to help me much in a match like this. In my opinion, martial arts didn't hold any place for luck. A match was all about using the knowledge you gathered from the experiences you obtained in previous matches, and a nice bit of talent to help guide you through the match. There was simply no room for something superstitious like luck. Clearly, this would be a match where my experience and talent would be tested against that of my opponent. Nothing more and nothing less. Ooh. Mysterious female voice. How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet this child of man stands here in a place of power, surrounded by the very thing he denounces. Upon hearing the voice, I look around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Who's there? A classic question to ask, and yet the right thing to ask would be, where am I? What do you mean? Obviously you're here hiding nearby. Perhaps, but entertain me for a little longer. Why did you come here, if you do not believe in things like luck? I came here to prepare myself. Oh, do enlighten me about what this something might be that you are preparing yourself for. I felt a little bit annoyed at the questions, but perhaps if I kept talking to her I would be able to find out where the girl was hiding. I'm preparing for a competition. A judo match. Judo? What's that? Seriously, you don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled combat art. Aha, so you're a warrior. Hesitant to go into battle and came here in hope for finding the resolve to fight. I'm not sure about that warrior part. How fortunate. It just happens that there is need for one of your kin. My kin? His kin? A hero. This shrine is meant to bless heroes like yourself. However, every great hero has to sacrifice something in return for the shrine's blessing. Sounds like what the others mentioned. However, I do like your version more. Laughing briefly at the story the hidden girl was telling about the shrine, I decided to play along and clap my hands together in a prayer. So what's next? Toss my allowance into the praying box? Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something much more interesting and precious to you. I'll look forward to see what destiny has in store for you. As if on cue, the moment the girl's words reached my ears, I felt nauseous. Like my head was spinning wildly. Slowly I staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back, and while my vision started to grow hazy, I heard footsteps approach me. Oh damn! Mysterious girl is like a demon chick. With boobs! Okay, they're all gonna have boobs, so... Anyway. Good luck, you're going to need it. Did she just freaking poison the shit out of me and now I'm gonna... like... be in a bad place? Shit's happening. Despite my attempts to get back up, all I could do was briefly look up at the girl. The sight of the horns and tail made me wonder if she was cosplaying as some sort of anime character, but before I had the chance to say anything, my vision was consumed entirely by darkness. Yeah, like her horns and tail were the first thing you looked at. Come on. Obviously her face. She has beautiful eyes. I like the yellow. And then there were dots.
Next time on Sakura Spirit.
Give me back my panties!